Hello and welcome to episode 10 of After Dark, the show that's fun. How is everyone?
Alright, now I don't have to watch James Bond again.
You truly didn't like it that much. You're just not putting on for
No, I
memes,
actually didn't mind it as much. It was fine.
You only gave it a 4. There should have been a 5 at least.
That's less than average. Oh, that's way less than average in pennies. Because 7's the average, so that means it's really bad if it's a 4, right?
Do you know what else you gave 4?
Drive.
The Emoji Movie.
Did she?
Yeah, it's on par with the Emoji Movie.
So she's saying the Emoji Movie is on par with Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, your nation's fucking favourite. Sorry, she's over here.
I know.
You know, I don't think about it in relative terms. I just pick a number off the top of my head.
You just say some shit into a microphone.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
And hope it pans out.
I'm trying to do a new year, new scale so that 5 is average.
You should have said that beforehand instead of just going, 4.
You can tell me and Andy are really angry that we're still talking about it on the show that comes out the next day after the podcast. Because I was like, you fucking 4 for Casino Royale. How could you? But yeah, if you haven't listened to it, spoilers, Penny gave it a 4. And we had an interesting talk about Casino Royale. But go listen to it. It's on YouTube. Anyway, we have stuff to talk about, which is a bit of a change from last time. We were struggling last time. So apologies. A lot of stuff has happened. I'm talking personally from me, but I don't know about you guys. Does anyone have anything they would like to talk about first? Penny, I'm throwing it to you because I'm demanding shit this time because I'm angry.
Okay. Well, last After Dark, we talked about my weird dreams.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
They have continued. I was rudely awakened this morning, this afternoon, yesterday. By our Christmas tree falling over and smashing. But I was having a dream about how I had ended up looking after 40 small animals that were a mix of kittens and baby hippos. So that was nice.
So
I enjoyed that.
Mini hippos? You mean the small ones that you get?
Pygmy hippos. Pygmy hippos are some of my favourite animals ever. But no, they were like guinea pig-sized hippos.
Okay.
If you shave a guinea pig, it does look like a hippo.
It looks like a hippo. So maybe they were guinea pigs. But we were talking about lucid dreaming and Dan being able to control his dreams.
Yes.
Yes.
We did.
I went to bed the other night and was
Did you try it?
I tried. It was good.
It's better than that.
It's good shit.
I was having a dream and I was so angry in this dream, I rage quit it. Like I was so angry. I rage quit a dream and woke myself up. I woke myself up at 6 a.m. and noticed that Andy was awake on WhatsApp. Yeah. So I immediately messaged him.
Should I read the message out?
Yes, please.
Because what could be so angry that it filled me full of so much rage that it woke me up after 3 hours of sleep.
Can I ask the technique, without spoiling what the dream was, can I ask the technique you used to rage quit?
I think I was just livid and I was like, I fucking had enough. Fucking wake up. Like I'm done. I was so cross. Like I've done it with dreams that are not very nice. And you're like, I don't like this. I want to wake up. I don't like it. This was, I've had enough. I am livid. I am done. And I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep. This was about 6 a.m. and I couldn't get back to sleep till about 12.
Yeah, because you startled your dream maker inside of you so much that they're like, what the fuck just happened? Penny rage quit and like we can't get her back to sleep or whatever. And yeah, it's amazing.
So if you had to hazard a guess about what would make her so angry that she wake up, what would it be about?
She watched the next James Bond film. Maybe. Quantum of Solace.
I mean, in fairness, that would make me angry.
Yeah, that would make me fucking angry as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
So this is
food.
You are spot on.
What else do we fucking talk about?
I was going to say he's not going to like that we brought up food again.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's got context this time. It's got reason.
So this is the message that I got immediately when she woke up.
Right.
Not going to ask why you're awake. But you will love this. Literally just woke myself up from a dream because I was full on raging because the Pizza Hut guy I was trying to order on was being an utter dick. So I had to ask for more details. And the following message said, I was trying to order on the phone. Yeah, it was late, but it wasn't closing time. And he told me I had to be there in 3 minutes or I couldn't have it. Then he didn't even ask what I wanted on it before hanging up. I'm calling back whilst trying to put my socks on, for fuck's sake. Anyway, gonna fume and go back to sleep.
I literally remember like holding my phone to my ear while I'm trying to put my socks and shoes on so I can get out the door, get in the car and pick up this pizza that he doesn't even know what I want on it. So how they're going to, and how they can't cook it in 3 minutes anyway. Livid.
That's not a dream.
It is. It's quite a normal dream for me, really, as opposed to kittens.
That's your normal dream, is fucking ordering a fucking pizza.
Yeah, like how Andy goes to work, which is also
yeah.
weird because I never order pizza on the phone. I hate talking on the phone. I'll order it online.
But this ruined her whole day. Like, I messaged again at 3 p.m. I was like, have you slept yet? Have you calmed down? And she was like, nope, I'm so fucking furious. I'm going to punch the first person I talk to.
Of a make-believe pizza.
All because a guy in a dream wouldn't deliver her a pizza.
Coming from her fucking mind, wouldn't deliver a
I
pizza.
know, yeah.
She's fed up. Oh,
I'm
Pam.
so angry.
I mean...
It was fantastic. Like, I didn't sleep at all that day, so I was surprised that you were awake at that time anyway. But then to get that dream was just chef's kiss. It was perfect. Like, I couldn't believe it.
I don't
think it helped as well. Like a couple of other people, like I tried to go to sleep and I couldn't, and then end up on my phone. And I did have a couple of other people be like, "Oh my god, Penny's awake before lunchtime," and that just made, even though it's true, it made me even more cross.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to know. Let us know in the comments below. Do people have dreams like just ordering a fucking pizza, getting the pizza wrong, and
Andy just goes to work.
yeah, but I don't get it that you guys have these just simple dreams. Like I have like either
They're not
terrifying
normally.
or they're like something crazy. You just have like ordering a fucking pizza.
Having tiny kittens and hippos like just born in your house is not
Yeah.
normal. That was what my dream was about.
That's
last
a
night.
dream-ish in a way. Yeah. But like
Mine
All
are
the kittens were
boring.
orange, just
we need to look some
detail.
research into this. Is there some sort of like psychological effect that on your real life that affects your dreams? I'm sure there is,
Yeah.
because
Well, yeah, there is, yeah.
Yeah.
if you talk about food all the time, of course you're going to dream about Pizza Hut and food.
We talked about last time how if I'm ever dreaming that I'm driving a car, I can't control it and I can't slow down. That's usually when I'm like, oh, okay, I'm
It's an anxiety
having
thing,
issues.
isn't it?
Yeah. I can't slow down and I can't take corners and I can't brake and stuff. Like there's definitely like, isn't it if you dream that your teeth are falling out, like that means something, and like
Yeah.
there's lots of
Is it? Oh.
yeah, there's lots of meanings, and then I think a lot of times I'll dream and something will be in it. Oh yeah, I made out with Timothy Oliphant in my dream last night. Did I tell you that? It was kittens and hippos, something else, and then I made out with Timothy Oliphant was in it. So sometimes you're like, oh, I know where that came from.
What I mean is, your dreams are so predictable. It's just so...
Yeah.
They're not usually.
Normally your dreams are fucking weird.
Yeah, Andy's ones are him going to
Mine are
work.
boring. Mine are just me going to work.
And I just find clever, self-conscious ways to escape them. That's it.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd keep you updated with my apparent foray into controlling my dreams.
Excellent. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad we had this conversation and we now know that what Penny dreams about is fucking the same thing she talks about mostly on the show. It's good to know.
Yep.
Pizza and Timothy Oliphant.
Andy, you sent me a article from the UK bestseller, The Independent, and the title, and I haven't seen the whole thing yet, I've just seen the title, Pixar movies, every film ranked from worst to best. Is this so we can have a go at The Independent, I'm guessing? Or have you not seen it yet?
I genuinely haven't looked at the article. My sister and my mum went through it and they didn't agree with number one.
Oh, okay.
maybe we go through it film by film and discuss.
23 movies. Has it been? I guess so. Oh, yeah, since Toy Story Toy Story was the very first one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know that makes sense.
94.
And then
Bug's Life was 96.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
94.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they
Damn,
have.
you were Diddy.
I was still conscious. I'm still a
I was
baby.
gonna say, if I was 9, you were Pickle.
I do remember
Right.
watching Toy Story though at that time. Good memory. Anyway, so Soul, I guess, is going to be on here at some point.
Yeah. If there's any description or reasoning for Soul, let's move on from that
Yeah.
because it came out this year. We don't really
Yeah,
need to talk
I
about it
won't.
yet.
I'll skip over it for this stuff. So at number 23,
It came out last year. Sausages.
sausages. Thank you, Ben. Stop thinking about food. So anyway,
Let it go.
let it go. Let it go. So the worst film of all the Pixar films is Samsung Galaxy. No,
Oh.
Cars
that film.
2.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Is Cars 2 the one with Lewis Hamilton in it? I can't remember.
I
think that's Cars 3
No.
now. I think that's Cars 3.
Cars 2 is the one where Mater becomes a spy. It's got Michael Caine in it.
Which one's Cars 2? Which one's Cars The More You Know? What number's that?
That would be the fourth one. It's not out yet. Still in production.
Wow, thanks, Ben. Sausages.
Callback. Come on.
I don't remember
Call
Cars.
back to yesterday's episode.
I don't remember Cars 2 that much, so I don't really have. I don't.
Cars 2 is truly dreadful.
Is it?
It's
Okay.
fucking wank.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. Next one is Brave.
I haven't seen it, but I see why it's not that popular, I guess. Like,
It's not really
hear
about
people talking
popularity.
about
I know it probably wasn't popular because it wasn't one of those like ones that they had that was like the yeah, as you said, most popular ones that came out. But I kind of still liked it, Brave, a little bit.
do
Not
we
too
know
bad.
how they're defining worst? Like,
out of all the Pixar
worst
films,
gross,
which
like worst grossing or like worst opinion-wise?
every film
I suppose-
ranked from worst to best. So I'm guessing
according to those three
this
people. at
dude
the
here,
top. Okay.
this
So
guy
it's
right
just his opinion. Okay. That's fine.
We could do this. We could definitely do this.
What, for the Independent?
Well, I mean, maybe. We're not big time enough
We
yet,
could
but
do
one
this.
day.
We wouldn't agree, though, I imagine.
We could do our own list if you want next time or whatever. But anyway, so Brave is next. Then it is The Good Dinosaur. Fuck, I haven't seen that film in fucking ages.
One
So
of the few I
sad.
haven't seen.
It's
So sad.
a long
It's-
time ago
it's a
since
lot.
I've seen that.
It's depressing.
Yeah, it is.
It's only
depressing.
been out sort of 5 or 6 years. You've gone green.
He's fine.
So have you. You have a bit.
Yeah, from the screen.
Don't be saying things about me. It's fine. No, sometimes the video on my end goes green for everyone. But now I have to tell them. Thanks, Andy. Sausages. Now,
Sausages.
sometimes it goes green on Zoom. It doesn't go green when everyone watches this. It's fine. Don't worry. The Good
Last time
Dinosaur.
you said
Yeah.
to point it out when you go green. That's what I'm doing, you prick. I'm just following your rules. But whatever, carry on. The Good Dinosaur. Well, good.
Next one is Cars 3. I don't remember which cars go in order. I remember the first one very well, and then I don't remember the 2 and 3. So I'm a bit meh when it comes to cars, but I guess it's shit if the second one was shit.
I think Cars 3 is the one where he is like the old racer and there's a prodigy coming through.
Okay. Yes. Yep. I don't remember it, so probably didn't like it either way. Number 19, Toy Story 4. Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
we're having fucking words. This is
Yes.
No. This is bollocks. Depends what is ranked ahead of it, but I mean, there's probably a lot more. That's
Everything else, nearly, isn't it? for
Everything
someone
else is
like
ranked
him?
ahead of it.
Yeah.
the rot of the litter
I agree with
when
this.
it comes to Pixar's flagship franchise. Get Fox, whatever his name is, from The
Oh,
Independent.
come on. So which of the Toy Story films is worse than 4? Side note, haven't seen it. But like, if you're going to rank all 4 Toy Story movies, Dan.
Yeah. I would go 3,
Which-
number 1. I would say...
Yeah.
Oh, I would say
Wait.
4, number 2. The first one,
Really?
first one at number 3, and then the second one at the last, number 4.
You are off your fucking
What's
tits,
yours
mate.
then?
That's ridiculous.
What's yours?
Well, you know he hates 4.
Yeah, I know that.
I would go 2, 3, 1, 4.
You think 2 is
4
the
by a
best?
fucking distance. 2's my favorite. Yeah, it's the most fun. 2 is the most fun. 3 has the most emotional weight to it.
I
1
think-
is just a general classic where you sort of develop the characters. 4 is fucking bullshit.
It's not bullshit. It's good. Whatever.
It's not.
All right,
Let
we're
it
not having
go.
this conversation. We have this conversation nearly every
Yeah.
fucking 6 months or so. I don't agree with it, but either way, let's see what's ahead. Next one is The Incredibles 2. That's a good film. I saw that.
I haven't seen any of The Incredibles.
It's a good film. It's not bad.
It's fine. It's not as good as the first Incredibles. It deserves to be in that position on that list, I think.
Fine. Well, what about this then? Next one up, A Bug's Life.
Oh, that should be lower. That's lame.
What's the matter with you two? What do you think? Bug's Life is a great film.
I think it's about where it should be. There are better films.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Best part of that
Imagine we
movie,
did a movie
Pancake Caterpillar.
podcast. We wouldn't click at all. Why do you think it's bad?
Well, I mean, it's better than Drive, but like, it's
Let
in the
it
right
go.
place on that.
Good God.
Me let it go. You're the ones that are like, I can't believe you're rating it so low. But yeah, if we're only ranking Pixar films, which is what they're doing, Bug's Life is near the bottom. It's lower down than a lot of Pixar films.
All right.
I would tend to agree. I think the bar has been set higher since Bugs Life came out. So it's a good film,
Yeah.
but there are films
But
that
there
are
are better
better.
Pixar films.
Okay, we
Yeah.
shall see. Next one up. Monsters University. Get fucked. That is not.
I love
no.
Monsters
No,
University.
no. Monsters, yeah. I like Monsters Inc. It's good. Monsters University is not a good film. Why the fuck is that
It is
higher
a
than
good
Toy
film.
Story 4 and A Bug's Life?
It is a good
Bollocks.
film. It was on yesterday.
Andy?
Time of recording. It's fucking Monsters Inc. Monsters University. Give it.
I'm getting a fucking
I-
advert for Disney Plus here, so I'm trying to hide it away.
I agree with his ranking. I think again it's a good film. It's not groundbreaking. It just gives more development to the characters we know and love. But I think there are better films.
Okay. Cars.
Side note: you can't watch it with Brody because she barks at the monsters, which is hilarious.
Okay, that's hilarious, but yeah. Cars. Yeah, the best Cars, so I guess I like Cars. It's a good film. It's a really good film. I like it.
I like Cars as well. I would maybe drop that higher. Give it a higher score, maybe 12.
Yeah. But I don't know. I can't remember all the films. I'm trying to think what's ahead of it. But yeah, Cars is a good film. I think if it is middle of the road, that's fine. Either way.
Well, I would have put it above Finding Dory for sure.
Yeah. It's okay though. I think it's okay if it's unnecessary. It's one of those unnecessary sequels, where it's like the film was so good in Finding Nemo. It was so good that you just obviously did this because money. And I know every film tries to make money. I get it. Don't use that argument against me. But
It's like Toy Story 4. Only made for money.
yeah, but Toy Story 4 is a better film than Finding Dory. Vote down below. Tell me, rank it below in the comments what you think is better, and then we'll fucking decide then. But either way,
Did I tell you about the time I met Crush the Turtle?
Yes.
no,
Okay. I met Crush the Turtle
Why
at
did you say
Disneyland.
that?
I don't know what. It's an animated character, so now I'm curious. How did you meet Crush?
Yeah,
the Turtle?
they have a ride in Disneyland.
Oh, Crush's
a big-
coaster. Yeah.
Yeah. No, not the coaster.
Sorry, it's the
You go in and
Disneyland
you
Paris,
sit
the
and-
budget version. Sorry, Penny went to the 5-star resort.
It's not a
so-
ride. It's not a fucking ride. I don't do rides. You go and sit, and it's it's supposed to be like an aquarium, but or like a window into the sea. I guess it's not really an aquarium, but basically it's a screen. But he's an interactive crush, and he'll talk to you. And me and him had a little chat, and it was fun.
What did you talk about?
I can't remember what he asked me, but he renamed me Pacific Penny. There's a video somewhere of me talking to
Specific Penny.
and then he was like Pacific, like the sea.
Pacific.
Oh, I was thinking, no, she's not.
No, I'm vague.
Wow.
That's all I had to say about Finding Dory. Or
Well,
Nemo.
thank you for that very much.
Good.
Uh,
I'm
next-
not a big fan of Ellen DeGeneres. As we know, I'm not a fan of people who are generally too nice. Although now she's come out as a bit of an arsehole.
A bit of a prick. You think
Yeah.
you'd like her?
She was always perceived to be really nice, and that annoyed me. She's too energetic as well. Fuck that. Nobody's got that amount of energy.
I don't like that she abuses her power to make her guests dance onto the stage. Like they all have to dance to get on the show.
Fuck that. I would casually walk
Yeah.
on and sit down, and if she was like, "Why don't you dance?" I'd tell her to fuck off.
Heard it here, folks. At least we're not going
Andy
on the
tells Ellen
NL
DeGeneres to fuck off.
I'd do it as well.
episode title.
I know.
Fuck off, Ellen.
That'll get some clicks.
All right. Next one up is Up.
Fucking hate Up.
Do you really?
Really?
Yeah. It's too fucking depressing. I can't deal with it. And
Oh
he loses
my-
all his stuff at the end. And I'm really materialistic. So fuck that film. Not watching it again. I
We
hate that
should have
film.
never made a podcast. We're just so polar opposites from each other. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, but that works sometimes because we
Yeah,
get differing opinions.
But my sanity, it doesn't fucking work sometimes.
I do think the opening to Up is one of the tenderest bits of cinema I've ever
Definitely.
seen.
Definitely. It's
But
so...
then there's a big chunk in the middle that's fucking dull.
Yeah.
What, when they're in the canyon?
It's sad. It's boring. And then it's sad again. Not interested.
It was... I liked it because it was quite different from most of
Yeah.
the previous stuff, and that's why I kind of liked it. It was a little bit... Yeah, it was sad, and yes, it is depressing, but I kind of liked that the fact that it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows and Ellen DeGeneres all the time, you know? So
Yeah.
that's why I like it. You know? It's heartwarming. It's nice. Penny
will
has
never
He's
no
a big
film
heart.
softie,
again.
isn't he? He's a big softie.
Yeah. I will never watch that film again.
You have no heart.
No. I also have
That's
no
why
soul.
she only watches. That's why she only watches horror films.
Yep. Next up is... No. This should be higher.
Dan
This,
loves Wally.
I fucking love Wally so much. It always makes me cry. The big softie that I am. I agree it's better than Up. And I would agree it's better than Toy Story 4 and all the other films. But 12, there can't be stuff better than... There's some... Maybe top 5. It should be top 5 is what I'm saying.
Thinking about the films that are still to come, I would move it higher.
Yeah. Top 10 at least. It's got to be top 10 at least. Do you also hate
I think
this
the
film?
I haven't
fact-
seen it.
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
You wouldn't like it.
Good.
You'd find it too preachy, I think.
Oh, there you go.
It's all about like an environmental message. But I think the fact that they managed to make it so heartwarming, despite a lack of dialogue for the first.
You never know. Maybe I'd just
half.
find the robots really cute and be like, oh, sometimes.
Oh,
I'm
you would.
alright.
Oh, you will.
You
yeah.
would, yeah.
You'll fucking cry that
Yeah.
shit, and you better.
Yeah, I probably will.
Can we get a new segment? Make Penny watch Pixar.
What, and see if she likes it or cries.
Yeah, we could do a Penny Pixar party.
Yeah.
Penny Pixar PPP. Oh my god, we have a new
Weird
term.
pizza.
All right, next up after Wall-E is a film I haven't seen because it's kind of new. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Is Onward.
I don't want to see that. I'm not into Dead Dad movies. I'm getting too old and too
Spoiler?
sentimental.
I don't know if it's a spoiler or not.
I don't think it is. I thought that was the point. I thought that was in the sorry, but yeah, I think that is in the synopsis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Fair enough. I haven't seen it.
I also haven't seen this.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Can't make heads or tails of it. Next up, Incredibles, the first one.
For a long time, this was probably my favorite Pixar film,
Really? Okay.
and I think it's a better sort of superhero team up movie than a lot of
Other
big
ones.
budget films. Say, for example, the Justice League or
Yeah.
Fantastic Four or all of the X-Men films. It's just a good film. So I would have that slightly higher. I'd have that probably top 5.
Yeah, at least top 10 for me, yeah. I think it's a good film. So, yeah. The better version
Nothing
of
from Penn. I assume she
Nothing
hasn't
from
seen
Penn.
it.
The better version of Finding Dory, or the first film. Finding Nemo, again, has to be in my eyes top 10. It's a great film. It is a bit too kiddish for some people, but
It's
I
my little
really
weird
love it.
thing.
Is that your
all I've got.
contribution to this? This is my friend.
Yeah, it's my weird thing. I mean, I've seen it. It was all right. I don't really
not-
have a what's the word? I don't really have a connection with Pixar films.
But you do watch
not-
films and rate them and talk about them on the podcast, right?
Yeah,
Well, she
like
hasn't seen
Finding
them.
Nemo. Finding Nemo is fine. This is my Finding Nemo fin. I met Crush the Turtle. That's all I got. The shark is called Bruce. Anything else?
No, that's
No,
fine.
we're all right.
Yeah.
You okay?
I'm not too bothered about Finding Nemo.
Yeah, leave him lost. Fuck
Yeah,
him.
leave him. Fuck him.
I'm not bothered about finding him.
I'm not bothered.
He fucked off on his own. He was being a prick. He was being a petulant child. He should have gone in the
was.
chokey.
What's his
Oh, I
name?
like the
Marvin?
grumpy.
The clown?
I like the
Marvin,
grumpy fish in the tank with the big nose. I like him.
Good.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he's called.
No.
Excellent. Right. So Finding Nemo. 909. Right. Next one. Inside Out. Oh man, this film is so good. This film is so fucking good. This actually
This is
might
another
be
top
my
5 for me.
Yeah, this might be in my top 3. It's so good. Penny, have you seen it?
I've seen half of it.
This is one of a handful of Pixar films that will make me weep almost every time I watch it.
Yeah, when the elephant thingy spoilers goes.
Amazing.
That was sad.
This might be the
Bingo,
first
bongo,
time I
banjo.
might get angry at Penny ever. I've got angry slightly, but this today has been just like, oh, calm. It's fine. I'm not angry either way.
I mean, you don't have to be calm.
I mean,
I can't change who I am, Dan.
I do
Nobody
have
can.
others in the house, so I can't be as
Sorry.
loud as I normally am. Sorry, everyone.
Lima
but-
won't mind.
No, she will. And so, Andy, you think it's top 5 Inside Out?
I would say top 5. I think it's got some good messages. It's heartwarming. It's fucking emotional. It makes you think
Yeah.
about being a kid and stuff. I would definitely put it top
It
5.
deals with some stuff really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Really well.
might even put it top 3. I mean, this
Yeah.
is one of my favorite Pixar films by a distant.
Yeah, definitely. I think top 3. Coco.
Oh, I liked Coco.
I did like it. I don't think it's like a top 3 though. I think
I don't
7
know
is
how
a good
often I would
place.
rewatch it.
Yeah, I think 7 is a good.
Not that I
number.
rewatch them, but yeah. It was
I
nice.
would drop it down to 10.
Fair enough.
It's good. Music
Yeah.
is good, but others are better.
It's too happy. Fuck it. Number 6, Toy Story 3. I think that's a good place for it. I think Toy Story 3 is, in my eyes, the best one, but I also think, not considering they made the 4th one, like if it was that was the ending, it possibly would have been the number 1, but because they continued the story on, and this is where I agree with Andy, it feels like the payoff at the end that happens in Toy Story 3 is much less because you know the 4th one's coming, in a way. But yes, I agree with you on that principle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And particularly for people of our age, Dan, who like grew up with these and were able to relate to Andy as a kid.
oh
as he grows
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That payoff when this came out was
I-
fucking like I went and saw it I think 2 or 3 times in the cinema and every time cried at the same scene.
I couldn't watch it again. I've only seen Toy Story once. Like, honest, I've only seen it once because when I saw it at the cinema as well, and I'm watching everyone around me in the cinema just bawl their fucking eyes out, and all the little kids going, "What's going on?" And all the adults just crying their eyes out. And I was just like, "Oh my god, what is this?" It's so weird.
It's the only time I've been glad to have seen a film in 3D because those glasses have covered up quite a lot.
See, I don't want to play the old person card
Go
again
on, old person.
because there are lots of people. But I'm wondering if that's why I don't really have a connect. I just looked up. I know that's Toy Story 3, but Toy Story 2 came out when I was 14. So like I was just.
Yeah, you're past your
But
prime. then.
by 14, I had found horror movies, and I was starting to, by like kind of 13, I was finding my own music taste and my own movie taste and things. And I will have seen them because Jenny is 4 years younger than me. but there's no way I would have gone to see like Toy Story 2 at the cinema when I was 14.
That's fair.
Like, so
That's fair.
yeah, so I'm wondering if that was just a personal thought, like why I don't really have a
Having said that,
connection to some of these.
I think me and Andy saw a couple of Toy Story films in our 20s. Having said that.
Yeah, but like, so how much younger than me are you, Andy? 30?
I'm 30, yeah.
Yeah, so when Toy Story 2
Toy
came
Story
out, you
3.
were 9. So then,
Yeah.
like you said, like you grew up with them.
Well,
So you would have
Toy
gone
Story
to see the later ones.
Toy Story 3 came out 2010, and he's going to college at the end of it.
Yeah.
So it would have been, I obviously would have finished college and didn't go to uni,
Yeah.
but it would have been like a couple of years after that
Yeah.
had I gone to uni at 18. So like it's around the same sort of time that Dan and I were at that point in our lives where we are moving on. So I think that's probably what, like, it may be a nostalgia thing, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a connection, like a raw.
Yeah,
Like if they like did another, like Monsters Inc. is my favorite, like, and I liked Monsters. If they did another one, I maybe wouldn't go to the cinema, but like I'd see it at 30, whatever, because you like those characters. Like not even a nostalgia thing. You're like, but I like these characters, and I'd watch another story with them in. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for a while I would have seen every Pixar film at the cinema because I trusted what they were doing with them, so I knew that they would all have like a certain weight and depth. I don't necessarily think that's the case now because I think they've had some misses recently. But I went and saw Incredibles 2 at the cinema and I would have been 25, 26. So like
there was a long gap though, wasn't there? Are there only 2 Incredibles?
Yeah, that was quite a long gap.
There's only
between
2.
the first and
Yeah,
third.
that was a
I think
long.
2004 was the first one. So it was
I remember
10, 12 years.
a lot of adults being like, "Oh my god, like I love The Incredibles." There's another one coming
Yeah.
out. It just happened to be ages later. So yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
I think Toy Story 3, the ending to it, made the first time I felt old as well. It's the first time I felt like, shit, I'm old. Like,
I would agree with you as well.
yeah.
Because you're seeing a character who was the same sort of age who's grown up and is now moving on, and you're like, "Fuck, that's also me."
Yeah,
at that
that's
point.
me. And I think
Yeah,
the length of time that the films came out is accurately with Andy's age. You know what I mean? So like when it's exactly how much older he would be as well as you, like in terms of age, because it lines up correctly.
but they had the same kids play him the whole way through, so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think from an audio perspective, you would hear him progress and develop.
Yeah.
Like Adventure Time, but that's a different conversation.
Fucking Adventure Time. Anyway, so Toy Story 3 is number 6. Number 5 is Soul. Too high for me. I like it.
Scroll past this because
Well, you haven't seen it. Oh no, you have seen it.
I have.
You're the only one that
I'm
did.
just trying to not spoil everything else.
Yeah, no.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to not show it and I'll read it out until it's much easier. Okay. So Soul is number 5. Yeah, it's good, but I don't think it's as good to be number 5. Number 4 is Monsters Inc.
Fuck yes, my favorite.
In the top 5.
So that's interesting. So that leaves.
You
Toy
know
Story
what
1.
comes up. Oh man, I know what they're going to do now.
So that leaves
I
Toy
don't know
Story
what's
1,
left.
Don't
Toy
spoil
Story
it.
2, and Ratatouille
Ratatouille is not better than Monsters Inc.
as a top 3.
Let's have a look. All right, so Monsters Inc. number 4.
I am shook.
Number 3 is Toy Story. It's better than
Go
2.
quicker. We'll
It's
talk
better
about
than
them as
2.
a 3. Go.
Okay, Toy Story is number 3. Number 2 is Ratatouille, and number 1 is Toy Story 2. No, I fucking hate
Ratatouille
Toy
is
Story
not that
2.
high up.
Of course, it's the one
I
I
just-
said. Yeah, go on.
Can I just call back to when I said Toy Story 2 was my favorite, and I think it's the best.
Oh no, it's
No,
not.
no. How are you missing
Smug.
the?
Smug.
We knew that Toy Stories would be in the top, but what the fuck is Ratatouille doing at number 2?
Ratatouille's good. I just don't.
It is
It's
good.
not that good.
Why?
I tell you why I think it's high. Because at the moment on TikTok, there's a lot of references to the soundtrack to it. There's a lot of videos that use the music and
When have
play
you been on
Ratatouille.
TikTok?
So I've had this from a mutual friend of ours who is on TikTok. I haven't seen it
Sure.
because I have no idea. But apparently there's a lot of them that use the music. So
When
I'm
was
wondering
this
if that
article
is
written, please? And was the guy French? That's all I need to
6
know.
days ago. Because Soul came out recently, so they literally
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
published it. Put Soul at number whatever 5 or whatever.
Ratatouille is not number 2.
I would,
I wouldn't
yeah.
even put that in my top 5.
Ratatouille and Toy Story 2 need to go down that list, man. Toy Story fine because it's Toy Story, but it's not. Toy Story 2 is not that good. It's just, I think the reason I hate it so much is Jessie, and I don't want to get the Jessie haters on me. Just please don't. No Jessie haters. I'm just saying she was really fucking annoying. I found her really annoying to
I
Woody.
can't believe your biggest problem is the order of the Toy Stories and not that Ratatouille is in the top 3.
Ratatouille's
I don't
good
know you at
though.
all.
It's good.
It's not.
yeah, but it's not
number
top
2
3 good.
It's not top 3 good.
Leave your comments
Personally,
below
it's not even
on what you think your top 3
5
is.
good, but
What would you give your top 5 as?
Yeah, go on then, Pen.
uh,
Number 1.
Monsters Inc., Monsters University. I don't really like any of those Pixar movies. They're not ones I would watch again. I don't have a connection to Pixar movies. I don't really care about Toy Story. I don't care about Cars. I don't care about Finding Nemo. They're all average to me. Ta-da!
That just went out on the internet. Fucking hell.
Stand
Andy,
by
what's
it.
your top 5?
I would go in no particular order, just as a general 5 that I will nail down later. Monsters Inc., Toy Story 2, Incredibles, Inside Out, Wall-E.
Okay. I can agree with that, except for Toy Story 2. There you go.
But notice
I
how
think-
neither of you said Ratatouille.
Well, I would put Ratatouille in the top
10.
10. I'd
Yeah.
put it in the top 8,
But yeah,
probably.
top 10, fine. But
But yeah, number 2's a contentious one. Does it say why it was at number 2 on that list?
Ratatouille.
because he's French. Or he's part rat. I don't know.
Or he's part rat, or it's one or the other.
Maybe he's got a pet rat.
We're live, by the way.
Stand by it. Stand by it.
I know it was a. There's the reason why it was on there. It's gorgeous and matched in power by the film's incredibly weird yet marvelous storytelling. Both a wacky comedy about a rat who cooks and a rich celebration of nostalgia, childhood joy, and imagination. Ratatouille is a darling encapsulation of Pixar's singular brilliance.
Are people nostalgic for cooking rats? Not cooking them, as in rats that can cook, not.
Pen, you just dig this hole out.
I mean,
It's
Patton
not a hole, I
Oswalt
stand
is
by it, I'm telling you.
Patton Oswalt is the voice of Remy,
Oh, I do
which
love
is a
him.
good thing.
Yeah.
I think it's
But
it's not that controversial. Okay, this list. I think there's some things you can change around, but it's not too bad. Even though Toy Story 2 is number 1, I don't agree with it. I don't think this list is as bad than
No.
I thought it was going to be. Maybe, but yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think you're pretty spot on. But I mean, that does seem too high, and I'm wondering if it's like a recency bias.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I
of
feel like. Yeah.
TikTok.
Fucking TikTok. Yeah, but Soul is like really high up, and
I'm not
I
even
still
gonna
think that's
pretend to
recency
understand
bias
this.
as well.
Yeah, but that's only just come out, so the chances are they've seen it, like without having seen some of the other ones, and gone, "Oh, actually, no, that's pretty fucking banging. Let's put it near the top."
yeah. Either way, okay list. Let's put that. Well done, The Independent, and whoever wrote that. Great writer. He's check his stuff out. I'm sure he'll write for Punktastic one day. Anyway, so
I've got anything
He
to say
won't.
about it.
He won't, because Penn will be like,
Not with
"Ray,
this
put
fucking
Ratatouille
list."
at 2. Get out."
Get out. No.
let's see your credentials. Past work. Ratatouille 2. Fuck off.
Well, if he can't order Pixar movies, he can't order decent albums, can he? So
Oh, poor guy. He's just trying to make a quick buck for The Independent. Anyway, thank you for that. So, welcome to the main event.
tell the story. I'm excited.
So, you know how we make the sausages here sometimes?
Yeah.
And it's quite late in the day. In fact, it's like the 20th of January, 21st of January, I think, when this episode is going out. I'm going to break the sausage a little bit, if that's even a thing. It's still December. And Stop. No, but there's context for a reason that I haven't said it yet. Okay, they
Everyone
know.
knows we film in advance.
Yeah, everyone fucking knows. It's not a secret anymore. It's
You
just
could have been like, "Did I tell you what happened on Christmas Eve?" Instead of, "Oh, it's December. I'm breaking a sausage in half."
Unlike you, I like to be honest with my audience. So you can bullshit all you like, but I like to be
You always
honest.
shout at me for talking about how the sausage is
Yeah.
made.
Again,
You didn't have to mention it at all. You could have just said, "Did I tell you what happened on Christmas Eve?" No one would have known when this was filmed.
no, I don't like doing that. I don't like bullshitting. Anyways.
You just didn't think ahead, did you?
No, I didn't really. To be honest, I haven't planned
can't
anything.
bullshit
It's
like
just
you
coming
can.
off my head.
I know. Yeah.
So
I'll
let
give
me-
you some lessons if you want, pal.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Right, so let me tell you a story about what happened on Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, okay? So the day was kind of uneventful. The first part of this story does involve McDonald's, and I was furious by McDonald's, and
As the best stories do.
I'm refusing to go back to McDonald's because of this thing. I usually on Christmas Eve don't cook because I have a fridge full of chicken, I don't have turkey. A fridge full of food. There's no room. I usually have nothing else. I'm going to eat leftovers for days and stuff. So I'm going to get takeaway. So at around 9 o'clock at night, I believe, I got the McDonald's app and I ordered food, and then I wanted to go and collect it. Now, bearing in mind that it told me on the app the fucking place was open, okay? I was a bit puzzled that they were open because it was Christmas Eve, but the app told me it was Christmas Eve. Even fucking Google told me it was Christmas Eve. They closed at 10:30.
I think they normally are, but with
Yeah.
COVID, they were like, "Well, you've been through enough. Go home."
Well, that's
That'd be
what...
nice issue.
That's in a way what turned out. So I end up turning up to McDonald's in the car, and there were like barriers in front of McDonald's. So I was annoyed by this because I could see people working there. I feel like the Scrooge of the fucking podcast now. I feel really bad for saying all this stuff, but I was really like, I really just wanted like food for Christmas. I was looking forward to fast food on Christmas Eve and stuff and all that. So I drove.
To be fair, we had fast food on Christmas Eve, so
I drove through the barrier.
when you say through,
So they are like cones, and you know the plastic gates that sometimes people put up as temporary measures? I drove through the barrier.
what are you, crank?
God.
No, it was
Daniel.
there was a slight gap in it. It only moved a little bit, so I drove through it. Then the guys in the store could see this car coming through. They're all staring at me, and I'm like, I ordered my food. I put my money down. I put my order down, so I'm going to collect it. You know, I ordered.
Oh, so you paid for the order?
Yeah, I put my details
On the
in
app.
and everything. On the
Oh,
app.
okay.
So
Yeah,
I drive up to the drive-through, and while I'm driving up, there's a guy that's flagging me down from outside that's moving some stuff, and he's just like doing this, and I'm like, so I carry on driving into the window.
Jesus Christ.
No one's in the window. I go to collect the food, and they're like, "Sorry, we're closed," and I'm like, "But the app," and they're like, "Sorry, we're closed."
taking my
It's
order.
Christmas Eve, and I'm like, "But I have no food for Christmas Eve."
Did you not tell them that you'd like bought it on the app and
Yeah.
you were there to collect?
And it paid.
Yeah, and they said no.
and when you were like, I
we're
paid
closed.
for it, what did they say?
They said we're closed. I was annoyed. So they said, "Oh, if you hit cancel order on the app, then you'll get your money back." So I did that. We went home. We ate fucking crumbs and biscuits or something. I don't know.
Crumbs and lint.
We ate something for dinner and stuff, and then we went to bed. All is fine. 3 o'clock in the morning happens. My doorbell is ringing. Now, bearing in mind, it has moved into Christmas Day at this point, and I'm like to my girlfriend, "Who the fuck is this?" And she's like,
It's
"Who the
Tiny
fuck is
Tim.
that?"
Delivering a turkey for Mr. Scrooge.
I honestly was like, I'm about to get mugged, or I'm about to get hit. Like, something is going to happen here. So I was like, I slightly opened the door. Oh no, sorry. Before I open the door, I have a little what are they called? The things you can look in.
People.
Peephole.
That's it. So I looked through it, and there's this guy, right, who's about like 6 foot, big guy. And I look through the peephole, and all I see is this. Right. Okay. So I'm like, who the fuck is at my door on Christmas Day at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning? open the door. And these are the exact words he says to me, right? Hi, mate. I'm like, hi. Do you want to go for a fag? Bear in mind, US listeners, fag in England kind of means cigarette. So just in case, we're not talking about like anything else, just in case, because I know the US don't get that we call sometimes cigarettes like fags and stuff.
He asked you if you wanted to go for a cigarette.
He goes, do you want to have a cigarette? And I'm like,
no.
No. I was about to say like, do I know you? I'm like, I just went, no. He's like, oh, well, your girlfriend or she had a cigarette with me, and I'm like, Lima,
what?
I'm at the moment. I'm like, Lima, what fucking situation have you put me into now? Why have you invited a guy back at 3 a.m. in the morning?
So I'm assuming Lima does smoke.
She does smoke, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
No, she's now arguing with me across the room. No, I'll tell. Yeah, I'll tell them the backstory once I get to it. Jesus Christ. Still fucking going on. We argue every day. Anyway, so he's like, oh, your girlfriend, I had a cigarette with her. And I'm like, cool.
Bye.
What? Can I help you? And he's like, I just wondered if you want to go for a cigarette. I'm like, mate, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And at this point, Sherlock, my cat, runs out the door and he tries to chase it. The cat. He is either, like, he's slurring his words so much. So he's either drunk or he's high or something. Like, I can't tell.
Yeah, did him and Lima smoke crack together?
I don't know. He was so, like, he couldn't get his words together. And I don't think I knew what was going on. I was just like, Sherlock, get in, grab the cat. And the cat goes, meow. Grab the cat, bring the cat back in. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, I gotta go. He's just like, I just wanted to know if you had a cigarette. Closed door. Door closed. I'm like, go back to Lima. Yeah. And I'm like, so a guy has turned up at the door.
Make a friend.
3 o'clock in the morning, by the way. Guy's turned up at the door and he had a cigarette with you or something. She then proceeds to tell me, she said, yeah, when I went out for a smoke, this guy, I had a little chat with him and we were just talking about, oh, he's staying for Christmas, who he's staying with, blah, 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 you know, social distancing, you know, just talking from afar, whatever. So that was that conversation. And then hours later, he's turned up at my door. And the reason he knew it was the door to come to is she pointed at the window where she's staying. So he knew the door. Oh,
Lima.
So this guy who has had like a 5-second conversation with my girlfriend has decided to go to my flat to knock at 3 a.m. to ask for a cigarette. Now, I don't know if he knew. This is what I said to her. I don't think he knew that I was going to answer the door. And he was a bit startled. Not to say I'm a opposing figure. I'm not. Look at me. I'm not really that imposing.
Yeah.
But I think
really
he was startled. Thank you. I think he was a bit startled and he expected her to open the door.
Answer the door. Did she say that she was with you, though? Like, when they were talking about staying for Christmas? Is this sinister and he thought she was home alone and it was 3 a.m?
Yeah, I believe she did. But again, he was out of his mind, drunk or on something.
Well, at least hopefully he was just wasted and thought he'd have another chat to her rather than, oh, she's on her own and I'll.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you find out?
I don't know. It's weird. It was so weird at the time. I was just like, what is going on? This is the weirdest Christmas.
Did she find out where he lives?
So, the backstory to this is she told me that, oh yeah, he told me he's staying with a couple, right? He was staying with a cousin, and he had a girlfriend with him, and he was staying with them in a flat. So he's left that flat in the middle of the night to go ask me for cigarettes. I don't know. Like, it's strange. It's weird. I was just like, I can't put this together. I'm going to bed. I couldn't get over. I'm just like, I don't understand what's going on. But anyway.
I mean, if he was wasted and on his own and he wanted a cigarette, like, wasted people logic.
3 a.m. Christmas Day.
I know, but like wasted people logic and ability to manage time is probably not.
I think there's two scenarios here. I think he was being genuine and wanted to wanted to hang out with you or her whilst he was having a smoke,
Her.
or is more sinister, and you're gonna have to send me round to knock on his door at 3 a.m.
No, he was visiting.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah,
So he says.
before tier 4, by the way. So yeah, he was visiting. That's not the end of the story.
Christ.
There's one little twist I didn't say. So we woke up in the morning, and I think Lime was
Need
going...
shit on the doorstep.
He's asleep. We woke up in the morning, and Lime, I think, was putting the bins out or something. And there was a person downstairs who lives in one of the other flats. And this guy, I think he had like 2 sons with him or something. He had like the family around. And he says to her, "Did someone knock on your door last night?" And Lima goes, "Yeah." And she's telling me all this. And I'm just like, oh no. Apparently, he knocked on this guy's door and asked for a cigarette. Did he want to go for a cigarette? There's 27 flats where I live. I think he knocked on all 27 flats all night until someone went out with a cigarette with him. We never saw him again.
It's like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
What?
that's
weird, man. That's really
Wasted and
weird.
lonely.
I mean,
Yeah, but if he
He's
was
staying
staying
with
with his
someone.
cousin and had a girlfriend with him,
maybe they were
Maybe
banging.
neither-
And
That's
he needed to
weird.
leave.
Maybe they didn't smoke.
Yeah, but he.
so
he
why
went
would he
through
go and knock on everyone else's door?
every door? Not just so.
Because he was wasted and lonely? I don't know. That is so weird.
That is weird. Do you reckon he was just trying to get a threesome going with Dan and Lima?
Who wouldn't?
Thank you very much. Thank you. So yeah, that's how Santa came to town.
Wow.
Do you have a cigarette?
Yeah,
He
that's
knocked on
weird, man.
everybody's door.
I saw Santa. Technically, I saw the real version of him. 3 a.m. There you go.
Like
I
considering
don't
you,
think Santa bums cigarettes off of people.
I honestly wasn't sure where that was going for a second. There. He just bums the elves. Is that what you're getting at?
No, I was saying he doesn't bum cigarettes off of people. I'm getting at exactly what I said before you made it dirtier.
Anyway, the point was before fucking Tangent McGee over here goes on. We just never saw him again. So he was visiting for Christmas Day, and then that was it. And yeah, that was the story.
I bet he had a bunch of coke, and he was still up, and
Sounds
he'd had
like
a few
it.
bevs, and
I
yeah.
don't know. There could be several different scenarios. What he was. Maybe he just wanted to go for a cigarette. Maybe we're digging too much into this, and maybe he just felt lonely and he wanted to go for a cigarette. And we're
If it
being
was
assholes.
you, leave a note in the comments section.
If it was you and knocked on my door, I'm not going to say the address, but if it was you, you know who I am.
If this man answered the door when you knocked on it, then you'll know.
please, my Twitter name's there. Just get in contact and let me know how did you find someone? Did you find someone to go for a cigarette? I really want to know.
That's mad.
Anyway, that's all for After Dark episode
Wow.
10. Thank you very much for listening. We all hope your new start to the new year has gone all fine and well and dandy. Like Andy. Fucking hell, these two are unbelievable. Fucking hell. Thank you very much for
You
watching.
said Andy like Andy. I'm not Andy. I'm not involved in this.
I'm not dandy.
Thank you very much for watching episode 10 of After Dark. For my sanity, I love you all. Not sure about these two.
Thanks.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Toodaloo.